what I have to do is go ahead. Hi and welcome. You can hear me. Say hello. Yeah, I don't know why it's not happening on Facebook, but that's okay. I'm not going to try and figure that out for now. Say hello in the comments section if you are just joining. I'll wait just another minute. Say hello if you will, where you're joining from. Thank you for joining. Welcome to my live stream preview. I'm going to talk about my latest estate sale that's happening right now in my eBay store. And it's a lovely, lovely collection of Dollhouse miniatures. Hello from Albany. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope you're as excited as I am to be looking at. I'm going to be sharing, but you'll be looking at some of these awesome tiny treasures that will be available, that are available right now to actually bid on in my latest estate sale. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about what that estate sale is all about. And I'm also going to get right into some of these lovely miniature treasures that I have right here waiting on standby to show you. But again, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Say hello in the comment section if you're just joining. We're just at the top of the hour here on the East Coast. I'm not sure where you're joining from or where you'll be catching the replay from, because this will be posted on my YouTube channel. But why don't I just get right into it? So I have an estate sale that's happening right now. Well, let me take a step back. If you don't know who I am Darren. I have this little company called Thomas Fine Miniatures. And while I do sell miniatures, that is my main objective. I promote miniatures every chance I get. I love this tiny world. I love promoting this tiny world. And I do that through a number of ways. I host live stream broadcasts. One is called Meet the Miniaturist. So I invite artisans, movers, shakers in the mini world on to talk about what they do to help support this little world, and also to help encourage folks to see this world and get it activated and interested in miniatures. So I do that with Meet the Miniaturist, my online broadcast. And I also host something called Miniversity, where I invite artists to come in and either lecture about miniatures, talk about this tiny world, educate, enlighten, encourage, incentivize, and also mostly inspire. So I do that as well through my Miniversity. I did post my links in the comment section, so you could see all the links there. You can go to all my socials and follow me there. So with that, but like I said, I do sell miniatures mostly through estate sales and auctions. I have one happening right now. So you can check it out, but I'm mostly on eBay. I have an eBay store. Go ahead and like and subscribe there. Bookmark it so you know where to go when the sales are happening. But mostly, if you want to know what's happening, sign up on my website, dthomasfineminiatures.com. I'm going to put that in the comment section. Fineminiatures.com, dthomasfineminiatures.com. If you head over there, you can sign up for my newsletter. I do a newsletter every week and a half, maybe. I don't bombard people with my email. But it is the best way to find out what's happening, because that is where I am, very specific about announcing my events. So with that, I would like to talk about my new estate sale that's happening. So this is actually a couple on the East Coast here in New Jersey. I'm in New York, but they're in New Jersey. They're looking to downsize. They have been collecting for more than 30 years, and they're looking to downsize. So yeah, I mean, I do a lot of estate sales on collections that come to market from people who have either passed on, or like this one it's a couple who are looking to downsize and make room. Believe it or not, miniatures take up a lot more room than you think. So they're looking to downsize. They've been collecting for 30 years. They have a tremendous, beautiful eye for fine art miniatures, as well as what I call quality commercial miniatures. Brands like Best Pack. These are really, really good commercial made miniatures. They are also complementing their artisan, which are one of a kind sign pieces in this sale. So this sale actually includes decorative objects, fine furniture, as I mentioned, quality manufactured furniture, um, decorative objects like sterling silver, glassware, porcelain. I'm going to show you some of them in a moment. Stand by. And as well as structure. There is a dollhouse. They have a dollhouse that is actually in their collection that we're looking for a new home for. It's a beautiful Victorian, several rooms. It was built by the folks at the Tiny Dollhouse NYC. I don't know if you guys know who they are, but it is a beautiful, beautiful dollhouse. So if you want to look at what's for sale, head over to my eBay store. All of the lots are there. There are over 100 lots. This is a nice size sale with a broad range of miniatures in various categories. So, you'll be able to find something. And it's kind of borderline eclectic, I would say. Let me. I would love to know what you think when you start to see some of them. So I'm going to share some of the miniatures. I guess I'm going to start with this lovely piece. And by the way, Mrs. Sacker, Joanna Sacker, that's the name of the couple who are looking to downsize. This is I'm looking for homes for their treasures. Mrs. Sacker took a number of classes at the Guild School in Castine, Maine. If you guys know about Guild School, it is run by the IGMA organization, and there are classes. You could look that up. I'm going to put that in the comment section. IGMA, sorry, it's not IGMA.com. It's IGMA.org. Check them out. So she took a number of classes in Castine, hosted by IGMA, which is an artisan accrediting or nonprofit organization. And so those artisans that have been deemed IGMA artisan and IGMA fellows teach in Castine. And so every year, hundreds of miniaturists, enthusiasts, teachers descend on this tiny town in Castine and learn how to make miniatures. And the classes, like I said, are taught by these artisans who design the pieces and teach the class how to make it. And Joanna Sacker took a number of classes in Castine. And this is one of the classes she took, and this is one of the pieces she made. It is a lovely, and I don't know who the teacher is. It's not signed, but it is a lovely, it's hand painted. It's all hand painted. It's gorgeous, I think. It's a beautiful piece. And what this is and it's got beautiful decoration on the side as well. And all of these drawers open, including the top two. Just a lovely piece. What do you guys think about this piece? Please post in the comment section. What do you think about this piece? Love it. I love it. I love it. It's really, really well made. It's obviously well designed. It was designed by an artisan, and it was beautifully made by Joanna. And as I look at it, like, it's just beautifully painted. So Joanna is talented, and she's a talented maker. And this is a really nice collaboration between the artisan who designed it and the maker who crafted it in class. So I love it. So look at that. What else? Okay. Number of other things in this sale. And like I said, head over to my eBay site to see and to bid. But this is another piece that's in this sale. It's a beautiful carpet. This is actually the back, but this is the front. I'm going to look at this beautiful rug. I don't know very much about it. It's not petit point per se, but it is like needlework. And it's gorgeous. It's in really, really great condition. Definitely for a larger room. This is a big piece, maybe 12 by 9 with this gorgeous fringe. Beautiful piece. Gorgeous piece. I don't know who made it. It might have been made by Joanna, but I'm not 100% sure. So there is that. That is part of this sale. So like I said, there is furniture in this sale, and this is I think one of my favorite pieces. This is by a gentleman named Roger Gutheil, and he was a master furniture maker in miniature. And this is a gorgeous corner dining piece. Look at the gorgeous grain on that. And it's not funny, but you won't even see this probably in a scene in a room box or a dollhouse, and yet look how gorgeous the grain is. But then there's the front, which I think is just fabulous. Look at the sculpted scallop and design here, and then this beautiful shelf. The shelf, there are 3 shelves. Traditionally, you'd put like pottery or porcelain on here. There are 2 opening doors with brass hardware, and then all this beautiful detail. These columns, as well as all of this hardwood. This is probably cherry wood. It is just a beautiful piece. I love it. Raja Gutheil is the name of the maker. He made it in 1998. Lovely piece. In terms of like manufactured pieces, this was made by the Best Pack Company. You could see it's hand painted. It's hand painted on fabric. It's finished. The only difference I think between this and let's say an artisan piece is that many of these pieces were made, and they were probably made in the Orient, in Asia, and made on in, I don't want to say mass produced because that is just not the way to say it. But more than 1 or 2 were made. In fact, this is part of a pair. This is part of a pair that is available, as well as in a separate lot, a matching love seat. And I separated them out because I didn't know if people wanted all 3, or in this case, you could buy just the chairs, 2 chairs, or you could buy the you could buy the love seat, sofa. It's like up to you. So I separated them out. But these are all this gold embellishment. This is all hand done. So it's lovely. The chair has beautiful proportions. It's beautifully scaled. I love the blue color, but this is all hand painted. So look for that as part of this sale. There are a number of decorative items, as I mentioned, and I put books in under that decorative category, if you will. But there are a number of handmade books in this sale, and readable, some with color printed pages. And this happens to be The Night Before Christmas. It is a pop-up book. Crazy enough, it is an actual pop-up book. Maybe I'll show a little more. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. But it does also have this ribbon, so it ties up. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. This is 1 lot. Look for that. Does anybody have any questions? Please do ask. I also have beautiful, I'm not going to show that yet. I have a number. Hey, Australia. Good to see you, Marianne. This is also sort of a manufactured piece. I believe the company name is Bodo Hennig, but look how beautiful this vintage style stove is. It has a lot of heft to it. It's got a beautiful weight to it. It's all cast metal, but look at the lovely detail on the feet here, on the legs, and all of these little doors open. It's got this beautiful, I don't know if it's called a chimney. I don't know. What do you think you call it? Say hello in the chat box if you're just joining. But this is a beautiful piece made by Bodo Henning, and they're a great company. Again, back to like proportions, and it's got a really nice scale weight to it, which is also very important. If you would think about this piece in real life, you would imagine it to be a flue. Thank you. Yes, so this is the flue. You would imagine this to be really heavy in real life, and this piece is kind of really heavy in miniature. So kind of gives you the expectation when you feel the scale weight that it's right. There's just something right about it between the proportion and the scale, and obviously the design and the material. So look for that. These are very popular. They're not necessarily rare, but they don't come up at auction very often, and especially in this condition. So, if you're looking for something like this, if you're doing a room box, if you're doing, if you're doing a room box kitchen, if you're doing anything like vintage, or even this would even go in not a modern, but contemporary, where you sort of mix it up, this would work really, really well. Let's talk about, and I do want to do a time check. I don't want to keep you guys very long. I want to run this for about a half hour. There are a number of beautiful handcrafted artisan dolls in this sale, whether art character dolls or this is actually this is actually a doll for a doll in 1/12 scale. I know. It's kind of a vintage style. It's kind of like a vintage doll in small scale. And not only that, is she's got a doll in her hand. So it's kind of crazy. I don't remember the maker, but Maureen Thomas. Sorry, it is signed on the back. Maureen Thomas. Very, very, very talented. Look how beautiful this is. Just look how beautiful. There's a number of these in the sale. They're very popular. Um, they're very popular, is all I have to say. People love these, and I have several of them in this sale, so look for it. One of the other artisans that is in this, another artist that is part of the sale is one of my favorites. Her name is Natasha Beshencovsky, and she does beautiful hand-painted furniture in miniature. And this is a two-piece set that includes a mirror, hand-painted mirror, and console table. Isn't that just beautiful? Beautiful. And this was done, Natasha Beshencovsky, in 2008, I want to say. It's hard to read. I think it's done in 2006. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. So look for that in this sale. This is one of the artisan pieces I was mentioning. Let me show you another hand-painted piece that is just lovely and was also made by Joanna. And I got to say, this was probably her greatest talent, was painting, because her painting is stellar. Now, as I mentioned, the piece itself was designed by an IGMA artisan, but the class was taught by the artisan and the students made this in the class. This is a beautiful piece. It's really, really well made. The hinges are beautifully done. The painting obviously is beautiful. It's a really well-crafted miniature. And I tell people all the time, you might not be able to get this from the artist themselves, but a really great alternative, is if you can find a piece made by a good crafter in an IGMA taught class, you can have yourself a really beautiful, fine miniature. God, I just have to say, I love this. Every time I see it, I look and I see more and more detail that I love. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys? Hi, anybody else join? If you're just joining, say hello in the chat box. I also have a number of hand-painted either oils or acrylics. This is a beautiful still life floral painting made by Paul Saltarelli. I don't think this is dated. But anyway, he is probably one of the most kind of sought after miniature painters. His work is beautiful. I have two paintings in this sale from him. And I'm not saying they're hard to come by, but they are pricey. So, they're just pricey because his work is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love this one. Love it. I love it. I also have, like I said, there are a number of books in this. And I'm not going to open this up, but look at the beautiful. It's got a brass clasp. I'm not going to open it, but this is one of the books that has color printed pages. Crazy. And this is actually a lot of 3 pieces, which includes The Ugly Duckling. I think this is Charles Dickens. And what is this book? I can't even see it. I can't see it. That's terrible. Well, I don't know what that says. Anyway, there's 3 books in this lot. Readable, handmade, awesomeness. And not everything has to be all freaking handmade and uber artisan fabulous. I think these chairs are fabulous. And believe it or not, they are made of resin. But I have a feeling, and they were probably mass produced, But I have to believe they're signed and inscribed on the bottom. I have to believe that they are hand painted. I can't imagine a machine did this. If anybody knows anything about how manufacturing works, but look how beautiful they are. They're beautiful. I'm going to do this with this. I'm going to do this. Isn't this lovely? So what happens is, and it's a little slightly overscaled, but again, it all comes back to, you know, what are you putting this in with, etc. So love them, love the detail, love the painting if it is, and if a machine did it, I don't care. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I'll show you one more time. Beautiful. All right. What else am I going to show you? All right, why don't we go to themed lots? So I mentioned there are a number of themed lots in this sale. Before I get to the theme lots, actually look behind me. There are a couple of structures, including this Art Deco retail store. It was designed by Bluette Maloney, iconic in the miniatures world, mostly in I believe the 90s. And this was created and crafted by Joanna Sacker in a class taught by Bluette. Beautiful piece, very, very well made, beautifully designed. Great piece in this sale is all I have to say. If you like the Art Deco style, or if you're looking for something kind of new to shake things up that you want to concentrate on and sell and collect for, I'm going to show you some of the theme lots that you can buy that you can actually, if you bought this and the lot, you would start to be collecting, is what I'm saying. All right, let's. I'm gonna show you my. I'm going to show you several of the themed lots. Themed lots are probably the most popular items that I offer. And basically, they're assemblages of items that I think people would like. And it gives them an opportunity to buy a whole bunch of things in one lot. So this is an example of sort of like an artist's workstation, cleanup station. And believe it or not, that is a hand-painted floral arrangement on canvas. And so I don't know who made this. I just love all the little pieces. And I think it's a fabulous sort of starter if you want to start a room box or something like that. Let's see. Then I have a number of Asian-inspired lots, which encompass a whole bunch of tiny little structure, statues. This happens to have a hardwood, I believe it's a rosewood table with a coordinating rug, all by different makers. Some of them are mass manufactured. Some of them are hand cast. It's kind of like a mix and match, if you will, but all in the Asian-inspired style. There's that Art Deco lot I was talking about, which has a whole bunch of beautiful fashion-y accessories that would go into an Art Deco retail store. Hello, structure that's available in this sale. There are also a couple of other ladies' lots, if you will, filled with handmade hats and bags, shoes and boots, mostly by Sylvia Roundtree. She is still making. She's been around for a long time. She makes the most delicious shoes and bags. Her name is Sylvia Roundtree, and she's from the Dolls Cobbler. That's the name of her company. This is a 30-piece porcelain set by Christopher Whitford. And this is a complete set of dishes and dinnerware. Very hard to come by, for sure. Includes service for 4 plates, salad plates, cups, saucers, serving platters, a teapot. It's delicious. It's lovely. And these are also very hard. Artist Studio. Yeah, this is also very hard to come by. A complete set, if you will, of porcelain dinnerware. So look for that in this sale. There's also copper, which is probably one of the most popular categories in small scale. I have 2 copper lots with multi-pieces in them. So, this one happens to have a beautiful wrought iron kitchens I don't know what you call it, that holds all the pots and pans in the middle, like a kitchen island. I don't know. Anyway, not tons, but lots of little pieces in this lot. So look for that. I also have, in addition to the porcelain I just shared, this is beautiful pottery by Eileen Vernon. So this lot has 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, like 10 pieces, plus all the little pieces inside, like the honey stirrer, the kitchen utensils. So this is a fun lot, all porcelain, gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. And I think that is it for the lots. Let's see. I think I showed you just about everything, at least the ones that I wanted to preview. Like I said, please go ahead. I'm going to put my link in the bio here for you to go and shop. It's my eBay store. It's called DTME, DT Mini. But if you did D Thomas Mini or D Thomas Miniatures, you will find me. Or you could just find me on the website, or you could just send me an email. But thank you guys for stopping in and checking out and this little preview of my sale that's happening. I'm very excited about this sale. I love, love, love all these little tiny treasures, and I hope you do too. So enjoy the rest of your day, night, or wherever you're catching this and whenever you're catching this, and take care. Okay, bye.